All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We're back again with another live stream, bringing you the latest in Chelsea news. I can't believe we haven't seen any news of any sort of sacking as yet. I'm actually quite shocked. I thought immediately after yesterday's lack of performance, after yesterday's embarrassment, that we are going to get some movement straight away. We're going to get some news. We're going to get some breaking news. We're going to get some, what do you call it? Club statement. That post that you have from Chelsea account. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that this decision is not straightforward. I'm shocked that they're still thinking about this apparently. Who knows, maybe by the end of today we could hear something, but at this stage this is non-negotiable. I'm sorry, this is absolutely non-negotiable now. Not only the manager needs to go, but on top of that both the directors, they have to go as well. These owners that we have at the moment, they are complete idiots. They're complete fools. They need to accept and they need to admit that. In order to start rectifying this situation, one has to come to a realization how stupid and how naive and how foolish they have been. You need to admit that. You have to, first and foremost, you have to put your hand up and say, do you know what? For almost 2 seasons in a row, we've been acting like fools. And now we need to start making the right decisions. Miss, did you check Felix post? I'll get to all of that. I will get to all of that, Manas. I've got it all lined up, so don't worry. There's plenty of things I want to go through. Let me just talk to you guys first, and we can go through the news very, very soon. Meanwhile, if there's anything that drops important, let me know in the live chat. These owners, they've got diddly squat knowledge about European football. They don't know anything. They may know things about baseball, they may know things about basketball, but they definitely have zero idea about European football. There's no doubts about this. There is no doubts about this. These owners, let's revisit a little bit before we come into the present times. These owners, honestly, when they first bought Chelsea Football Club, before they even stepped into the office, before they even stepped into Stamford Bridge, before they even, laid their feet in London, they would have seen what a fantastic club this is. Honestly, yeah, we've not been able to compete in the Premier League, but Chelsea Football Club, at the time when these owners bought it, it's a fantastic football club. It's an elite football club in the European levels. So from outside, when you've bought this package, when you've bought this particular good, there's not too much that you need to tweak. Initially, there's not too much you need to tweak. It's going smoothly. Chelsea were coming third, fourth on a regular basis. We're making it to Europe. All it needed initially is for you to observe. The owners, all you needed to do in the first few months is just observe. Whoever was in there at the time being, okay, few people needed to go, in the likes of, I think Bruce Buck. I think that's his name. He needed to go, no problems. Marina, I think, didn't want to stick around. You needed to convince few people in the likes of Peter Cech to stay. Just stay for a little bit. Even you could, if you could have convinced Marina, just stay for at least 6 months. Just stick around for at least 6 months. So that you can observe, so that you can see what's going on, so that you can just take in some information, watch the manager, all from afar. You don't need to get your hands dirty. You don't even understand this club. You don't even understand the sport. You don't need to get your hands dirty. Just learn, educate yourself. But what did these owners do? As soon as the owners came in, they decimated the entire joint. That's your first mistake. Your first mistake is you didn't take time to understand. You didn't take time to educate yourself. Everyone's saying PYS, PYS, PYS. My man, I can't even get 2 words out. Like, honestly, I'm not interested about what people are saying in social media, man. PYS, PYS, PYS. Relax yourself, people, man. Don't get me angry today. PYS. If this isn't like supremely important, I swear I'm going to lose my mind. Pochettino is considering a tactical change to a 3 at the back system in a despite to bid to salvage Chelsea's season. Why are you guys saying PYS tweet when I'm having a serious conversation and letting me know about some bull crap about what Mr. Pochettino is going to do to rectify this season? Why are you guys bothered about this sort of news? See, you know what? We as a fan base, we're a problem. Us fans, we are a problem. We are more interested about these stupid news from Nizar Kinsella. Nizar is paid off by these owners. Nizar now coming out on social media saying this rubbish. Pochettino is considering a tactical change to a 3 at the back system in a desperate bid to salvage Chelsea season. It don't matter if you play 3 at the back, 2 at the back, 4 at the back, 5 at the back, 6 at the back. It don't matter. It don't matter. You're finished. You're done. Nothing can save you now, Pochettino. Nothing. No formation. No tactical change. All this time you've had zero tactics. You think all of a sudden now you're going to switch to a back 3 and your life is going to look so rosy. You're going to get a 5-year contract extension. It's over. So people in the live chat, focus. Focus. If the news is not about a club statement which states Chelsea manager is being sacked, then do not bother me. Don't bother me in the live chat about some Mickey Mouse news. It's not worth it. Now I've lost the chain of thought. What I was talking about, because some stupid Nizar Kinsella's tweet about 3 at the back. Like that matters anymore. Anyway, so the very first mistake that the owners did is they decimated everything. They got rid of the manager. They got rid of Peter Cech. They got rid of everyone. Medical staff, everyone. Biggest mistake that they've done, they've just got rid of everyone. As a new owner, when you've got such a good product, when you've got a brilliant product like Chelsea Football Club, all they needed to do is just calm yourself down and just observe for a little bit. They didn't do that. They made the first mistake, and they compounded the first mistake by getting Graham Potter on a 5-year contract. They got Graham Potter on a 5-year contract. And then they started going reverse. After they got Potter, Then they got the two numpties as sporting directors. They built the club in a reverse manner, a reverse psychology. They got Potter, they got all of this. They've got all of this transfers in without even getting any sort of consultation from Potter, because they got Potter later on. So they got all these players in for Thomas Tuchel. They sacked Tuchel. Then they got in Potter. Then they brought in a whole heap of players in January. Some of them we don't even need. And we're going to talk about Mudryk. Mudryk's up to, again, some crazy shenanigans on social media. This guy, after that bum crack incident, I knew this brother is not serious. They brought in a whole heap of other players. And then they bring in the two numpties as directors who don't have any track record of winning or building a club to win. It's as if the owners, all they ever saw from the outside, a bit of information about Brighton, and they just chased Brighton. And all along, they compared the whole Brighton model by saying, oh, no, this is the Arsenal route. This is the Arsenal project that we're going to try and follow. Do you even know who Arsenal is? These owners, do you even know who Arsenal Football Club is? Do you even know who's in the Premier League? Do you know the 20 teams in the Premier League? Just absolute foolery. Absolute foolery. And then Potter doesn't work out. Who did they then ended up getting as an interim? Frank Lampard. A particular individual who I have so much respect as a player. He's a legend. But that guy is no manager. Everyone will tell you that. Everyone will tell you he's not a manager. What did they do? They got him as a manager. So no problems. We have scrapped off the first season. Absolute shambolic first season under the new ownership. And what did we learn about the new ownership? That they know diddly squat about football. That's what we learn about them. They think they know a lot. And who knows, maybe it's the, I don't want to be rude here, but maybe it's somewhat of that American arrogance. They're business people. They're from America. They know it all. They have overseen big businesses. They thought they knew. Oh, they found all of these loopholes. Whoop-de-doo, you found all of these loopholes. These loopholes are now become a major problem for you guys. These loopholes, they've become a big problem for you guys. Long-term contracts. Now what? Now these players, they want to leave. Apparently some of these players, they want to leave. Because it's a toxic environment. Then the start of this season, when there was quality managers available, no. We'll go through 2 months, 3 months of rigorous interview process. And who did they land it on? Mauricio Pochettino. A particular manager. What winning track record does this guy have? Wrong decisions after wrong decisions after wrong decisions, all for the name of project. And apparently they want to structure 100-point team. These lot are so stupid, man. Honestly, these owners are completely stupid. They're complete fools, absolute idiots when it comes to football. They actually thought they can create a squad that can get 100 points. Like this is how they think. They sit down in the table, they sit down with Paul Winstanley, they sit down with Lawrence Stewart. It's Bowley, Egbali, Hans-Jörg Wyss, whoever else, Feliciano, whatever his name is. And they want to sit down and talk about, let's create 100-point team. Are you stupid? You think you can just sit down on the table and draw out 100-point team? Do you think it's just as simple as just acquiring players? You have no idea what other things that go into building an elite team. You think it's just about like grab this guy, grab that guy, and who are you grabbing to build a 100-point team? You're building a 100-point team with Mudryk. You're building a 100-point team with Nicholas Jackson. You're building a 100-point team with Madueke. You're building a 100-point team with all the numpties that we have in the defense. You want to build a 100-point team with 16-year-olds. But it's one stupidity after another stupidity after another stupidity. And now here we are in this predicament again. Do you know how crazy it is, ladies and gentlemen, to make the absolute foolish decisions in season 1 and then to repeat it in season 2? Do you know how absolutely stupid that is? Most people, if you make a major mistake, you tend not to do that ever again. You say, sorry, God, I will never do that again. Forgive me for my mistake. I will never sin like that again. These guys, they went and sinned again. They went and sinned for the second time. Project, process, patience. You don't know none of the meanings about this. Project, please don't even use the word project. You don't even know what that word means. And now you have the opportunity. Finally, again, God has given you the opportunity to make it right, because you're killing this football club. In fact, you've killed it. It's time to revive it. You have single-handedly a beautiful football club that honestly didn't need too much more tweak. It just needed a little bit more tweak, and you get yourself into the top echelons, because it was already good enough. Chelsea Football Club was winning silverware here and there. We were winning Champions League as well. Not that long ago. Club World Cup. We were making into Carabao Cup finals, FA Cup finals. We're consistently coming third, fourth. All it just needed you to just make some smart decisions, little tweaks. Nah, but you didn't, because you're too smart. You want collaboration. You want collaboration. You want to be involved in everything when you don't even know nothing. How can this be, man? How can this be? When I say, for instance, you guys or myself, like, we have abundance of money, all right? You people in the live chat, you've got abundance of money, or I have abundance of money, and we want to invest somewhere. If we want to invest in a place that we have no idea about, isn't it best to seek expert knowledge about that industry before we invest? These guys, they seek no expert knowledge from anyone, and they got a bunch of mediocre people to run this show, just because they saw some level of development of young players from those individuals in the likes of Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart. They saw some level of success in Brighton and Monaco, and they thought, oh, this is fantastic. Let's give them the big job. These two brothers weren't even sporting directors previously. How could you do that? How naive. I thought you guys were smart business people. How naive can you be when you have all this money and you've spent £1 billion and you're looking to spend even more? And what you've done is you've gone out there and you got a couple of mediocre people to run the show. And now it's just one level of mediocrity to another level of mediocrity to another level of mediocrity. The people you've hired as sporting directors brought in quite a few mediocre players, brought in a mediocre manager, and here we are, 11th. Here we are, 11th. Are we shocked? Are we shocked? Are we shocked? You've gone from building a 100 points team to not even being able to get 40 points. Forget about 100 points. You can't even manage to get 40 points. So now is the chance. As I said, God has given you an opportunity again. God has given you an opportunity to rectify the situation. Now you have a chance. Now, if you make a mistake the third time, oh my God. Now, there is no more room for error. By now, you should have learned. So everyone that is involved, because the owners are not going to go anywhere, right? The owners are not going anywhere. They're staying. They're staying for the long haul. We can't get rid of the owners. No problems. But the owners, everyone that is involved at the moment, everyone that is involved in terms of the two directors and the manager, and if there are any other numpties in between, you got to get rid of. You got to get rid of them. Because they're all absolute stupid people. They're not set to run an elite club like Chelsea. They're okay for mid-table clubs. And they've turned us into a mid-table club. So you got to get rid of them. You got to get rid of them and you got to start from scratch. And what you need to do is you get yourself one top sporting director and you give the keys to that sporting director only, along with whoever the manager, the sporting director brings in. You bring in a very good sporting director. There is in the likes of Maldini available. I don't know all the names out there, but I'm pretty sure you brothers in the live chat, you'll have plenty of names. Maldini comes to my mind, who I felt did a really good job at AC Milan. You can even bring back Peter Cech. Have some shame. Swallow your pride. Bring back Peter Cech. Peter Cech was very, very good. Hell, I'm even happy to give someone like Frank Lampard as a sporting director an opportunity because I think Frank in that position actually has idea. Frank's not a manager, but I think Frank's got a vision. Frank could work with a manager. Some of you guys are saying Rangnick. Look, I've got no issues with Rangnick. I've got no issues with Rangnick. My only concern about Rangnick is, can he stay focused and committed? Can Rangnick stay focused and committed to one job? It almost feels like Ralph Rangnick, he can't stay committed. Yes, Edwards is probably the top one. Edwards is definitely the top one, but Edwards don't want a job. Edwards don't want to come in. Edwards probably knows about these owners, man. Michael Edwards probably knows about these owners, and he doesn't want to do anything with them. No problems. The world will continue. If it's not Edwards, find someone else. But what you got to do is you got to first get rid of Poch. You got to get rid of Winstanley. You got to get rid of Lawrence Stewart immediately. Get rid of them. Some of you guys are saying Campos. Campos is a very good shout as well. But is he going to leave PSG? Will Campos leave PSG? Emanalo is also a very good shout, but Emanalo, I think, he's got a supreme job at Saudi Arabia. All you got to do now is get rid of Poch, Winstanley, and Stewart immediately. Like right now. The fact that we've not even seen the announcement yet, that's mad. That's actually mad. Get rid of them. Get in one supreme director. Let the director get the manager, and let the director and manager work together. You F off. All you got to do is on a yearly basis, just call in and say, hey, guys, how's things going? Everything all right? Do we need to invest in anything? Do we need to do anything? Don't get involved because you don't know anything. Go out there and take a short 6-month course in some sort of college and understand about football. I'm not even joking. Both the owners, Todd Bowley, Iqbali, whoever else are in the board, Feliciano, Hans-Jörg Wyss. Hans-Jörg Wyss might be a bit too old to study now. He probably can't remember anything if he studies. So don't worry about Hans-Jörg, whatever his name is. But honestly, Todd Bowley and Iqbali, take a short course. Take a short course in football, how to run football clubs. Get to understand. Learn about European football because you don't know anything. So step away, give the keys to the director and the manager, and let them run the show. Let them run the show. Because at this moment, if this continues on, because let me put it this way, the players, they've given up. Yesterday was a clear example. It was clear to see. It was clear to see that the players have given up. They don't want to play for Pochettino. They don't even believe in anything. They don't believe in Pochettino. They don't believe in the project. They don't believe in Winstanley. They don't believe in Stewart. They don't believe in the owners, nothing. They don't believe in nothing. So we need to start rectifying things right now. Young No, thank you so much for the super chat. We don't have money to sack the manager or DOF. They're staying until summer, unfortunately. And that's the other issue. Now, financially, we're in strife as well. Once again, Young No, thank you so much for the super chat. Todd is too egotistic and had no respect for the old regime. He disrespected them so many times, saying they did not do so well. Yeah, and look how well Todd Bowley is doing now. This is what I mean, the arrogance of these two owners. The arrogance. Quella is dying. Quella is dying for Dodgers news. Quella is dying for the Dodgers news. Mauricio Pochettino is under increased pressure after Sunday's 4-2 home defeat by Wolves. Oh, what a news! Oh, it's things I didn't know. It's things we don't know. Quella, are you happy? Are you happy? We checked on the news. Are you happy about that, Quella? We checked it. You happy now? Can I move on? Is it okay if we move on? Or we want to show more Mickey Mouse news from Nizar Kinsella? You tell me. I'll wait. You give me the green light first. You give me the green light. We want to see more Mickey Mouse news from Nizar Kinsella. What a groundbreaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, what a groundbreaking news. Let me break this news to you guys. This is breaking news. Mauricio Pochettino is under increased pressure after Sunday's 4-2 home defeat by Wolves. This is what Koala wanted me to check it out immediately. This brother wanted me to check this out immediately. It's breaking news. This is what I said, man. We as a fans, we need to change first. We need to change first. We act like idiots as well, man. We have no shame. We're talking about something important, but nah. We want to see this news. Anywho, let's look through some of the crazy stuff that's been happening over the last 24 hours. Check this out. Goldberg rant, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Goldberg, apparently in his podcast yesterday, went through a lot of stuff. I just want to share that with you guys. Check this out. Players don't do extra training and can't wait to go home. Players don't do extra training and can't wait to go home. There you go. This is why I don't buy into any of these BS that all of these players, they say after match, oh, things are so good, this, that, the other. Every time we lose, they write all of these essays saying sorry. First of all, these players, keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Better. The less you speak, the better it is. I don't want to hear you speak. I want to just see you perform. Sick and tired of these players just talking too much in social media. Sports scientists saying they're all overweight. Wow. Isn't the sports scientist Pochettino's son anyway? Performance analysts asked to reduce packages because players unable to take criticism. Yeah, and that's going to go down well. Already these players are not on some huge wages, and then we are threatening them to reduce their package even more. Yeah, it's great motivation. Great motivation. Staff who've been at CFC for 15 years say it's the worst group of players ever. 4 different voices and 4 different directions hasn't resulted in a single top elite player being bought. Question isn't who do you get as a manager, it's who would want to work in such a dysfunctional setup and such a poor group of players. That's a huge one. And this is the big worry that we have right now. Who's actually going to come to Chelsea Football Club and actually work with these know-it-all owners? These owners, they seem to, so far, all they want is a puppet. They want to be dictating terms, and all they want is a puppet to just say, yes, sir, no, sir. Let me bend over, sir. Pull my pants down, sir. Jam it in, sir. That's all they want to have. That's all they want to know. Vivell was ahead of it, clearly. He wanted to get the F out of town. Pochettino has not enjoyed working with everybody in the Chelsea setup. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Roles still aren't defined enough. Do you know how crazy it is that roles are still not defined after 2 seasons? After almost two seasons, roles are not defined. Bowley and Iqbali put a lot of eggs in the Michael Edwards basket. When he said no, it was like, all right, let's figure out some backup plans. Oh, some real top-notch backup plans you guys thought of. They have wanted to convince us that we are moving in the right direction. Pochettino was meant to be the turning point of last season. Don't be surprised if they're extra stubborn to convince that it's not as bad as it is actually. It is as bad as you think. Yeah, of course. This is why people like Nizar Kinsella, they've been bought. They've been bought by this new ownership. Look, 18 minutes ago, coming from Nizar Kinsella, the system change would also offer more protection. Was it this one first? Yeah, Mauricio Pochettino is considering a switch to a 3-man defense in a desperate bid to salvage Chelsea's season. I mean, like as if that's going to help anything. The system change would also offer more protection to Thiago Silva, who was left badly exposed as Wolves ran riot at Stamford Bridge. Enzo Fernandez and Moses Caicedo being dominated physically and would also get more cover with an extra defender behind them. Nizar Kinsella, who's telling you this stuff, man? Who's telling you this stuff, Nizar? Mauricio Pochettino is under increased pressure after Sunday's 4-2 home defeat. This guy just saw all the tweets. You know what Nizar did? Nizar went on Twitter. He checked all the tweets from many different accounts. He took a little bit from here. He took a little bit from there. He took a little bit from there. And you know what? I'm going to create my own article. And voila. That's the Chelsea news. That's Nizar Kinsella has spoken. This guy is now trying to sell the story. All it's going to need is just a change of formation. Just a change of formation and everything is going to be sweet. Three at the back, and Chelsea are going to be World Cup winners. Three at the back, protection for Thiago Silva, protection for Enzo and Caicedo, and we're going to win everything. Are we stupid? Are we stupid? This guy again. Miz, do you have an agenda against Nizar? Why does everything in this world need to be an agenda? Why does everything need to be an agenda? Do you have an agenda against this? Do you have an agenda against that? You're reactionary. Oh, you're overreact. Why does everything need to be like this? Kuala, honestly, for some reason, there is 540 people live at the moment in this live chat, and I'm only noticing Kuala. Shame on me. Shame on me that I'm only noticing Kuala. There's all these people putting some proper comments, and all I am doing is noticing this brother and his dumb comments. Far out, man. Next up. Check this out. Check this idiot out. Check this idiot out. Mikhailo Mudryk. This guy's talking to a fan over Instagram. Mikhailo Mudryk, honestly, I don't think there could be any bigger idiot than Mikhailo Mudryk, you know. There couldn't be any bigger idiot than Mikhailo Mudryk. This guy's actually having a conversation with a fan. The fan is saying, what the F is going on with you? Did you forget how to play football? It's not good enough. Something needs to change. Maybe do some one-on-one sessions. Every time you play, we have one player less. Why are you even replying, man? Mudryk, why are you even replying? Are you stupid? You must be stupid. You must be. This guy then replies back saying, come play one-on-one for £10,000. This is our football club now. We've gone from Didier Drogba to Frank Lampard to John Terry to Ashley Cole to bumcracks filming, talking to fans, challenging them for 1v1 for £10,000. We've gone from that to this. We've gone from that to Nicholas Jackson wanting motivation through Astrid Wet. We've gone from that to Madueke when being sick or when he's unavailable, going to parties. What's there to say? What's there to say? What's there to say, man? We've gone from that high quality standard and the caliber of managers we used to have back then, so charismatic in press conference, to a manager once we get beat by Liverpool saying, oh, there's a one-off match. We move. It's a one-off match. We move. And what did you move to? You moved to a shellacking against Wolves at home. Okay, no problems. One-off match against Liverpool. No problems. But you followed it up with another absolute slapping against Wolves, and then you come after the match apologizing to the fans. You're saying sorry to the fans. I'm sorry, fans. And then this guy saying before the match against Middlesbrough, before we qualified for the final, it's not important. It's not important to make finals. It's important to have fun. It's important to be stressless. No pressure. There's no authority in any level of our club anymore. Owners are dumb. Owners are clueless. Directors are utilizing the formula they utilize for a mid-table club. Players are filming bum cracks. Players are asking for motivation from strange individuals. Manager coming out in press conference talking about it's not about winning, it's about the friendships you make along the way. It's about the friendships you make along the way. And all of this in the midst of spending £1 billion. Do you understand how effed up we are as a football club? Do you understand how effed up we are as a football club? We turned into a Mickey Mouse club. We are the Mickey Mouse now. We are the Mickey Mouse now. It needs to change. It needs to change. Enough's enough, man. Enough's enough. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that we've not even sacked Pochettino yet. I'm so shocked. I'm shocked that we've not even sacked the we've not even sacked the directors yet. Strasbourg, Steve, and Strasbourg is another one. These owners, not only they're making Chelsea fans unhappy, they're also making Strasbourg fans unhappy. How stupid, how pathetic you would have to be to not just make one fan base sad, but to make another fan base sad as well. Strasbourg fans don't want our owners. Strasbourg fans don't even want our owners. Chelsea fans don't seem to fancy our owners either. How are you royally screwing up in multiple, your multi-dimensional, your multi-dimensional screw up? Multi-dimensional screw up. How are you doing this? Strasbourg Steve, the only agenda a proper football fan like Miz has is to see his club succeed. Exactly. But nah, Quella thinks I have an agenda against Nizar. Because Quella, he ain't not focusing. He's not focusing. Constantine, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Iqbali, in 2022, CFC were not well run on football or business side. 2 years later, spending $1 billion in 3 windows, nothing to show for a 10th place. Now 11th, FFP trouble. How are we run now? Exactly. How are we run now? Brilliant super chat, Constantine. Brilliant. This is what I mean. These owners, they really thought highly about themselves. These owners, when they first stepped onto Chelsea, they were very upset about, but there's no data. Where's the data? I can't believe the academy doesn't share any data with the first team. Oh my God. How can it be? There's no data from the academy to the first team. Well, like that's going to win you anything. That's your first concern. There's no data. Oh, what has data done for you? Ooh, data has landed you Nicholas Jackson. Data has landed you Madueke. Data has landed you Mudrik. Data has landed you so many other things. Well, how's data going now, my man? How's data right now telling you about some of the players that you have? What's your data now saying about that? And all you seem to have done with all of this data sharing from the academy to the first team is you've been selling academy players. You've been selling. Your data has been saying to sell the academy players. And your data has landed us 12th last season and this season 11th. Now grab onto your data and hold it very dearly and go to bed. Ty, thank you so much for the super chat. Why hasn't the fans kicked off at the stadium yet? I think yesterday we saw a little glimpse of it. The more this carries on, which it will, after yesterday's game against Wolves, it was clear to see these players, they've given up. The players have no morale. The players have zero self-confidence. The players are not fighting for the fans. The players are not fighting for themselves. The players are not fighting for each other. This manager has lost complete control. And all of these totalitarian, no one believes in this project. So the more you wait now, it's only going to keep getting worse. We are now going to go through a phase of L's after L's after L's. Don't worry, it will be a monumental, it will be a stupendous, it will be an absolute phenomenal loss against Villa. Without a shadow of a doubt. At Villa Park, there is a beautiful shellacking waiting for us. Good evening, Unai Emre is going to be absolutely giving us a backhand slap across our face. And it will only get worse and worse. Bell Silva is coming out in public and tweeting that it's time to change. Do you know how pathetic we are? A current footballer, a current player in our team, his wife is coming out and publicly saying, make the changes, brother. Make the changes. It's finito. It's done. Arash, thank you so much for the super chat. Got my UEFA A coaching badge. I'm near the bridge. Well, good luck to you, my man, Arash. Good luck to you. Over 550 people live right now. Smash the like button, guys. Get those likes up. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. We'll wrap things up. We'll keep a lookout for any big news that drops in today. All I'm going to say to end this is this circus that's been running for nearly 2 years, 2 seasons, it needs to stop ASAP. And the owners need to start making the right decision. The first right decision is you got to get rid of the 2 sporting directors and the manager and hire one solid sporting director. After that, allow the sporting director to find a manager and let them 2 work together and build the team again. And you owners, F off. F off. Don't even come near Chelsea Football Club. Just from the far, pick up your phone once a year to find out how the club is doing. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. You don't understand this football. And I'm not going to sit here and say the entire squad is bad. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't think the entire squad is bad. I think there are certain players that are not good enough, 100%, but I don't think the entire squad is bad. There is enough quality there to do a lot better than what we're doing right now. A lot better. At least top 6. And then you build from that. Yeah, it's not there to win titles. No, absolutely no dramas about that. But it's not this bad. Right now, what we're seeing, it's not this bad. The squad is not this bad. There are some really, really good players. Work with them. The other players, I don't know what you're going to do because you've got a long-term contract. Maybe start thinking about loan moves for them. And then in the coming window, don't go gun-ho. You know, people talk about let's get a striker, let's get a left back, let's get a midfielder, let's get a winger, let's get a ball boy, let's get a drinks person, let's get a cafeteria lady. Now, don't worry about so many changes. Striker, maybe a left back, and then we'll slowly work. We don't need to do so many things. Wholesaler changes, stop all of that. Rich Moneymakers, thank you for being a member for another month. Great show, and I love your passion, Hansi Flick. Lopetegui, and I think he has lost the dressing room, have passed all your concerns to Joe Shields. Thank you, my man. Appreciate that. Alhambra, my brother, thank you so much for the super chat. The silver lining is that fans now see that Stewart Winstanley must also go. It's over for Poch, but I'm relieved the fans honed on the problem. Yeah, man, you were on it. You were on it from the get-go. Yeah, and also, yeah, you're right. Even our loan army is failing. It's a total failure from every direction. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll wrap things up. I'll catch you guys soon. If there's any other big news, I'll try and cover that immediately. If not, I'm probably sleeping. And I'll try and cover that when I wake up, which will be late UK time, around 8:30, 9 p.m. UK. Until then, everyone, take care. See ya.